welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm actually going to be reviewing the new Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Oh my god, this looks so pretty. I could not wait to use this. I actually just received this today, and the first thing I wanted to do was film a video because I did not want to swatch this. I wanted to do all of that on camera in front of you guys. So I am really excited to play with this, but first we have to get this face right and do the rest of my makeup. So let's do all of that, and I thought I'd use some Huda Beauty products in this video as well because I absolutely love her brand and I really love her products. So let's begin. As you can see, my skin is very moisturized. It's ready for makeup. So I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. This is a mattifying primer. You have to shake it up before you use it because it does separate. So it works well once you mix it up. It's super mattifying, so I like to concentrate this in my T-zone where I tend to get shiny after a while. And you know, I like to do two primers because I do have combination skin. So in my T-zone, I usually do a mattifying primer, and for my dewy primer, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base, and this is like a dewy kind of finish. So I'm going to take one good pump of that, and I'm going to spread that on my fingers and just concentrate that on the cheeks and the side of the forehead because I like to be kind of glowy and dewy. I'm drinking my problems away. Just kidding, this is just water. Ain't no wine left in this. For foundation, I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty foundation. This is called the Faux Filter Foundation, and I am in the shade Amaretti. I'm also going to be taking my Huda sponge and spreading that all over the face. It's super full coverage. If you want a good foundation for photography or when you want to look extra flawless, it's a great foundation for events, for weddings, for photo shoots. All her base products do have this kind of fragrance. It doesn't bother me, but I know some people can be sensitive to fragrance, so just keep that in mind. They're very highly scented. Now I'm going to move on to concealer, and of course I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. It does come with this lovely cooling metal tip that feels so good under the eyes. I'm actually going to be mixing two shades. This is 12 Sugar Biscuit. This matches my skin tone really well, so it's great to cancel out those dark circles or uneven skin tone. And I'm also going to be using the shade 10 to brighten up under my eyes and to highlight. Just be careful with this concealer because it is so pigmented. Like, you only need the tiniest amount of the stuff and it'll go a long way. So I'm just gonna apply that much. You see, I'm not drawing like a V. I don't need that much concealer because this concealer is just awesome. And you guys know I also like to prime my eyes, so I'm going over my eyelid with that as well. Just gonna apply some right here. You see, that is a very thin layer of product, and that is the way to make sure your makeup doesn't look cakey. Just apply very thin layers. Now I quickly like to set all of this in place with loose powder, and I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This is in the shade Banana Bread. This has a really nice yellow undertone. She also has another shade called Blondie. That is absolutely yellow. This one has a little bit of a yellow undertone, so it really helps brighten up under the eyes and cancel out any bluishness under the eyes and darkness. So I absolutely love this. But before we fix anything with loose powder, you know, I'm going to sponge that area in again to make sure I'm not fixing any creases. And now I'm just going to pick it up with my sponge and just fix that in place. I'm not baking, and I'm not going to leave the powder under there for a long time because it's the winter time. My skin does get dry. I mean, it's going to be winters now. My skin does get dry during this season, so I don't like to leave the powder under there for a long time. I know if I just sponge it in right now, it is gonna set and it looks really flawless. So I'm gonna apply loose powder to all the places I applied my concealer. I don't think she has a pressed powder, but I'm gonna take my MAC Studio Fix powder because I do like to apply pressed powder to the rest of my face where I don't apply concealer, so that is also set, and my bronzer and blush and highlight and all of that blends effortlessly. And you guys know this is like my favorite pressed powder ever. Okay, it's time to do the brows. I'm not going to do them on camera because that's kind of boring. So I'm going to do my brows and be back. Okay, the brows are snatched. Now we are going to go ahead with the eyeshadow palette, the highlight of the video. So this is the PR package that I received. It's a lovely hollow bag, and I love that Huda's PR packages come in these reusable makeup bags because I actually use all of these. This is what the eyeshadow palette looks like, and she also released 3 new brushes with this palette. So here is the outside uni carton. It has all of the ingredients and information and all of that, and this is what the palette looks like. Look at this. The artwork on this is just unreal. It is absolutely beautiful, and it has like this clear casing with a little bit of a purple hint. It is honestly very pretty, and this is what it looks like. So the palette has some weight to it, and here are all of the shades you can see. Look at that, so pretty. I love that it comes with this big mirror right here, which is so good. If you want to travel with this palette, this can be your mirror. So now I'm going to swatch all of the shades for you guys. So here is what the first row looks like. Look at those shimmers, they are out of this world. And even the mattes, the neon peach and the neon green, both of them look so stunning, absolutely amazing. They were super smooth to apply. Here is the second row of swatches. That is what that looks like. The shimmers again are out of this world, and so are the mattes. They're so smooth and easy to apply. I feel like they're gonna pick up really well with the brush. So those are the first 2 rows of shadows. And here is the last row of shadows. This row is pretty neutral, and I feel like these 4 eyeshadows create like a whole eye look in themselves, and it's a very pretty row of colors. So that is your last row. Okay, so I know you guys are super zoomed in, but that's good. I'm going to show you a look that I'm going to do with this lovely palette, which I've not decided yet. We're just going to go ahead and do what feels right. So I'm going to take this brush from Huda Beauty. This is the Pack and Buff brush. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to pick this side. It's kind of pinched on one end, and I think I'm going to start with Utopia right here, this peachy kind of color, and just put that in the crease. Maybe I'll use the other end because I feel like I need to cover more area with this color. So yeah, this is better. Oh, this is such a pretty color, look at that. I'm going to keep layering it until I feel like I've hit the intensity that I like. It does translate a little pinkier on the eyes than I thought. It looks peachier in the pan, but it looks a little more pinky on the eyes. The brushes are super soft. Okay, now I'm gonna take Karma, this one right here. Yeah, and I'm gonna take that with the pinched side and just put that in the outer corner. So there is a little bit of fallout, but nothing that bothers me. I always have a duo fiber brush handy to dust away any fallout. But you can also just dust your brush beforehand. If you do that, you're not going to get much fallout anyway. Now I'm going to deepen this look with Hot Mess. And really make sure you tap off the excess because you don't want fallout from dark shades. And I'm just going to deepen that outer corner. I'm gonna bring it all the way in because I am planning to do a cut crease. Now once I've layered this color and I feel like I have the desired intensity that I want, I'm gonna take the other side of the brush and just blend up top. I love that blend. These shadows blend so beautifully and they're just really easy to layer. Okay, now I'm going to take the deepest shade in the palette called Vortex right here, and that is going to go in my outer corner. And by the way, I'm still using one brush. This entire look I've created created using one brush. I'm gonna use a different brush later on, but all of this was done with this one brush. It is dual-ended, which is great, so you don't need to carry a lot of brushes. Okay, after all of that, I think I'm gonna go back to the first shade that I used called Utopia, and I'm just gonna help blend all of that up top. I am taking it quite high up on the brow because this look is very, like, I don't know, extraterrestrial and like alien-like, so I wanted to take it almost all the way up to the brow. It's very different from what I usually do because I would leave a good amount of space under my brow bone to highlight and all of that, but with this look I just wanted to go all the way. So I'm quickly gonna cut my crease now. Okay, so now I want to do some fabulous shimmer on this area. I'm confused whether I want to do this one or this one. Should we go green? Then it will be a really colorful vibe. It will be a whole different mood. Whereas this will keep it in the purple family. I could also do the bronzes and golds, and those would also look really pretty. I'm so confused. Okay, so apparently I've decided to go with the green. This shade is called Mercury. Okay, my camera stopped recording, but I just sprayed my brush with Fix Plus and cleaned up the edges there, and I'm honestly so happy I chose to go with this shade because this looks insane. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of Super Moon on my brush and just lightly lighten up the edge right there so that's a little more defined. Okay, now I'm gonna do Huda Beauty Lifeliner, and I'm gonna draw a winged eyeliner. For lashes today, I'm gonna be doing Huda Beauty Sasha, so I'm just gonna pop these on and be back. Okay, you guys, so I just completed this eye and I think it looks absolutely fire. This is like one of the most dramatic looks I've ever done. Let's go ahead and do this eye. So I'm just taking the PAC Long Lasting Kohl pencil in the shade Navy Blue, and I'm gonna line my lower waterline with that. Now I'm just gonna buff that a little. I'm gonna take this brush from Huda Beauty. It's called Sparkle and Shine. It has like a sponge tip on one end and a smudger kind of brush on the other, and honestly I love using sponge tips for shimmers because they pick up shimmers really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Mercury on this sponge tip, and I'm just gonna coat all of that with this shade. I'm gonna take the shade Vortex and just put that in the outer corner for some depth. And now I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna take the shade Haze. That is going all up in my inner corner. Okay, that looks absolutely amazing. I am in love with this look. Now you wanna apply some mascara on your lower lashes. Okay, you guys, so the eyes are done. This is what they are looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my face, and I'm using my Benefit Hoola bronzer to do that. You can see this is also one of my loved products. Now I'm going to take my PAC Baking Powder Set, and I'm taking this Face Bake and Blend brush from Huda Beauty, and this side I am going to just mix the white and the yellow and just clean up under my eyes. sure that area looks bright and there's no darkness. You know, I always gotta do this whenever I'm doing full glam. And I'm also gonna clean up the contour and just putting some on the forehead. And I also like to lighten the front part of my eyebrows with this. On the chin. I am going to line my lips with Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Trendsetter. You can see I've used quite a bit of this, only have that much left. I'm going to take one of my favorite lip colors from Huda Beauty. This is Bombshell. I've talked about Bombshell so much, the Bombshell lip contour as well. This is definitely one of my favorite Huda Beauty lipsticks. For blush today, I want to use something that has a little bit of a pinky tone. This is MAC Desert Rose. You know I gotta use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is perfection. I also always use this when I'm doing full glam, especially on the forehead, because I don't like chunky highlighters on the forehead. It starts to look kind of oily, and this just looks absolutely amazing. And I also love using this right on the cheek. For my highlighter, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. This is in the shade Pink Sands, and I am going to take the shade called Azores right there. It's like a goldeny kind of highlight. Golden highlighters just look really nice in my skin tone because I have a yellow undertone, so gold really pops. Also just gonna apply a little bit of that under the brows. Okay you guys, so this is the final result. This is the look I created using the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I think it's an absolutely beautiful palette. You can see this look is super bold, super like colorful and intense, but if you're a neutral girl and you think that this palette is too colorful and you won't be able to get neutral looks, wrong answer. This is a very beautiful neutral palette as well, because look at all of these browns and these golden lovely bronzes, deliciousness, and this lovely pinky and berry shades. It's a very versatile palette. You can achieve so many different looks with this palette. I feel like this entire row is a whole mood, and there's just so much you can do with this palette. Let me know if you want me to use this palette more in videos. I can definitely create more looks using this palette. I can also create a neutral look using this palette if you want. I can do it on IGTV as well if you want to see all of that. Leave that in the comments down below. I would absolutely love to know what you guys think. But I know that I love this palette. I know I'm going to reach for it again because this is just so unique. I don't have other palettes in my collection with this color scheme. And I also want to use Nebula because this also looks so pretty and so interesting. So that is it for my review, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful and learned something new. Let me know if you picked this palette up, and if you recreate my makeup look, please tag me in your pictures on Instagram. I hope you're subscribed to my channel already. If not, please take a moment to hit the little red subscribe button down there. You can also click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified whenever I have a new video up and you don't miss out on them. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram because there's so much more content on Instagram. I post my outfits, I post fashion videos, I post makeup tutorials, makeup looks, lots of more fun stuff, everyday stories, so much more on Instagram. So definitely go and check that out. If you haven't checked out my brand, I have a brand of clothing, you guys. I'm going to leave the link for that in the description box as well. Go check that out. My brand is currently on sale. You can find so many amazing clothing items at incredibly affordable prices. So please go and check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun creating this look, and I'm actually so happy. Like, I don't want to wash this makeup off, but it's 3:30 AM and that's what I gotta do. Wash this makeup off now, which is just so sad. Maybe I'll film another video like after this. Why should I waste this makeup? Because this is like everything. So thank thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna see you super soon in my next one. Bye bye.